Am I the a-hole for refusing to take in my disabled brother? Jesus. I don't know where to begin. Recently started listening to these Am I the a-hole videos while working out and only posted once before. I think this situation is crazier than the last. So, I have an estranged/tense relationship with my mom and a lot of her side of the family. When I was 21, I became a single father to my daughter, Cece. I was working overnights in a warehouse, had to move back in with my mom and younger golden brother. I'll just call him GB going forward, as Cece's egg donor just decided she'd rather live the socialite life than be a mother. My mom was helpful with Cece when it was convenient for her. So if she had a rough day at work, she was more concerned with having a drink and unwinding than helping with her granddaughter. GB though. I could write a book about how incompetent and useless he was. One day that is burned into my memory. Cece was only about 8 months old at the time. On my way home from work one morning, I got stuck in traffic on the way back. Tried calling home and let them know what was going on, and Cece likely needed to be fed. I get home almost 2 hours after clocking out. I hear Cece crying in our room and GB is sitting on the couch. He says something that almost sets me off like about damn time. She's been crying. Explain there was an accident blocking traffic I got caught in. Ask him why she's crying. Is all I get in response. Ask him for how long as I'm heading into my room. According to him, she had been crying for almost an hour, soiled diaper and hungry. GB couldn't be bothered to even check on her. After a couple years of these two acting like this, especially GB, I'm on the phone with my dad and stepmom. He offered me help with raising her, getting my life on track, etc. Cliff notes of what happened next. Cece's egg donor gets parental rights terminated, essentially leaving her without a legal mother. Mom starts giving me shit about running away from family responsibilities. GB is talking about what he's going to do to my room once we're gone. I'm packing everything up and make a 1,100-mile road trip several states away with a toddler with my phone turned off because my mom was blowing it up demanding that I turn around and bring her only grandchild back to her. Since then, did meet a woman that is phenomenal with Cece, got married, she adopted Cece officially a couple years ago right after Mother's Day. We also have an 8-year-old son. We have made trips back to my hometown several times over the years. Usually for holidays or stopping by on our way to Orlando. Hometown is in Florida, BTW, and over the years GB has not shown the slightest interest in growing up, or not being absolutely disgusting. I'm pretty sure there are stories about him on the Neckbeard subreddit. Details about GB. He's 36 years old now, still lives at home with mom. He's been on disability for a while, not entirely sure how long, for seizures. He had them as a teenager, then stopped for a while, came back as an adult, and his fast food job couldn't keep him around. Can't have someone having a seizure around hot oil and sharp knives, so he and my mom went through the process of getting him on some sort of disability. So he does nothing but sleep and play video games all day. He thinks he's the cool uncle for some reason, legit has those words on his FB. We never stay with them when we're in town, and Cece has been very vocal over the last 6 years that he makes her feel very uncomfortable. When she was 12, he offered to let her smoke or drink with him. She's smart enough to say no, since to him, kids your age are going to do it anyway. Might as well do it with an adult you trust, or talk about his relationships. Last one was no lie, 17 years ago, in uncomfortable detail, with his child niece. He even has to be reminded to fucking bathe. Both Cece and my son, 8 years old, have called him out for smelling like straight-up BO and cat pee, which according to my mom is rude and uncalled for. And I need to make this part clear. He has never been diagnosed as autistic, developmentally challenged, or neurodivergent in any way. He's just been raised to be entitled and lazy. But that's everything up to this. We recently got back from an Orlando trip, passed through my hometown without stopping. Got that guilt-laden phone call from my mom about how they missed us, etc/whatever. And she drops this thing. She updated her to leave everything split between me and GB, and she wants me to take him in/take care of him if anything happens to her. I couldn't help but laugh and tell her exact words. Not a snowflake's chance in hell is he ever living with us. She knows he makes Cece uncomfortable, but her logic is since she's going up to college soon and will be out and on her own soon, that means we'll have the space for him and Cece won't have to worry about him. She goes on to explain that he can't take care of himself because of his seizures. He can't cook for himself, he can't clean up after himself, and he can't remember to bathe unless he's reminded. When she started going on about how Cece shouldn't feel uncomfortable around him because he openly talked about his sex life to his niece when she was 12 because he doesn't know better. Last thing I said to her was, you are describing someone that needs assisted living, not a room in a house with people unqualified to provide the assistance he clearly needs. And I'm not making my kids spend time around anyone that makes them feel uncomfortable, family or not. So honestly, I don't even really care if I'm the asshole or not. This whole thing just started pissing me off.